Port left is Di Maria. Oh, the pass was on there, but just didn't carry the weight from Di Maria. Pastore made an excellent run for him. Here's Pastore again. Gonzalo Higuain. Roncaglia offering the width. Biglia. Di Maria. It's width again in this Argentina attack. If Di Maria wants to use Ansaldi, they'll settle for the throw. Otamendi. It's a poor pass from Ansaldi. Well, Fernando Santos, a veteran manager, has had international experience before with Greece. Took Greece, Santos, to the quarterfinals of the last European Championships. He was also in charge of them in the World Cup in Brazil. Took them to the last 16. Biglia. Really using the full extremity of this Old Trafford pitch. Argentina pushing Ansaldi, the left back, and Roncaglia, the right back, right onto the touchlines to make this pitch as big as possible. Portugal yet to find a rhythm.
गाइस मैं किसी का नुकसान करा के राजी नहीं 1000 दफा कह चुके हैं.
This is the final international of 2014. Argentina warming up for the Copa America next year in Chile. Portugal's European Championship qualifying campaign doesn't resume again until March. Free kick against Javier Pastore. Pepe. Di Maria. Here's Messi. Running at Thiago Gomez. And Caglia arriving to his right. Another good run from the fullback. And Pastore! Beto equal to the Javier Pastore header. But again, Facundo Roncaglia doing well, the right back. Just seemed to slightly lose his feet there, Beto, but it was a relatively comfortable stop in the end. Pastore's not always been a regular in the Argentine side. It's his 16th cap, the Paris Saint-Germain midfielder. Lionel Messi. Ronaldo doing the defending. Still on the periphery of the game though, Cristiano Ronaldo. That could change in the blink of an eye. Biglia. Messi's pass cut out by Pepe. Borsingua. Moutinho guides the header nicely for Bosingwa. Yes, Jose Bosingwa is in behind Argentina here. Excellent ball in. Taken off the toe of Ronaldo, but he's there again. Ronaldo! And it's over. Well, he was twisting, turning, almost sending Biglia out of the ground, but couldn't hit the target. Bosingwa in behind the left side of that Argentina defence. Roncaglia did enough to hold Ronaldo up, and he's still got his shot away. And the first sight of goal for the prolific Cristiano Ronaldo. Argentina breathe a sigh of relief. But his eyes would have lit up when Bosingwa produced the earlier cross. First threat from Portugal. Here's Messi. Again, Pepe in the way of the pass. This is Dani. Andre Gomez. Thiago Gomez. Just a little lift in the tempo from Portugal, it seems. Nani. Higuain. He's given that away to Thiago. Here's Moutinho. Ronaldo got there ahead of Ansaldi. Martin Atkinson's going to produce a yellow card here for Christian Ansaldi. I don't really think the referee's got much more of an option here. Ronaldo towed the ball before Ansaldi could arrive, and it's a clear foul, and the referee decides. I think he does try to pull out of it, in fairness, looking at that replay. Ansaldi, it just have been that Ronaldo was engaging the contact, but the yellow card goes to Argentina's number 3. Now Nani will be looking to place this just beyond the penalty spot. It's just about where Ronaldo is placed, on the edge of the area, but beyond that penalty spot. And it's in there. No Portugal shirt can get on the end of it. That was a decent free kick from Nani. But no takers. There's a certain amount of relief for Otamendi, who thrust out a leg at fresh air. Messi. Away from Andre Gomez. Bruno Alves hesitating. Pastore struck Messi. Back with Pastore. And a free kick to Argentina. Challenge on Pastore. Well, if Ansaldi's getting one for what he produced at the other end, there's no doubt Moutinho was getting booked there. Well, a wonderful position here for Messi. It's just about the perfect angle for his left foot. Well, the goalkeeper will be facing Messi at the weekend in La Liga. Beto plays for Sevilla, who play Barcelona at the Camp Nou this coming weekend. I suspect the Portugal goalkeeper will be facing a few Messi free kicks in that league fixture at the weekend. He faces one now. Old Trafford lights up to mobile phone cameras, can be seen all around the stadium as Messi delivers, but over. Thrust his head back in slight disappointment there. Got some velocity in the shot, but not dipping. Had it been on target, I think Beto was covering it. Messi, not quite found the range of his passing yet. Thiago Gomez, running into a good challenge from Bilia. Di Maria and Higuain in the middle. Messi looks for Pastore, who's arriving late. Pepe produced a good header. Here's Otamendi. Lots of space for Roncaglia again. Nice a little nudge there from Bilia. But there's an issue for Portugal, because the left back who's making his debut, Thiago Gomez, is being exposed because there's a whole raft of space in front of the Portugal left back, and he's not really getting much in terms of Ronaldo or Dani or Thiago covering the space in front of him. And it's an area in which Argentina are getting some value out of the right back, Roncaglia. Mascherano, he's looked offside, Di Maria, and flag is up. Darren England, the assistant on the far side. It's a correct decision, it's tight, but it's right. Pepe. Andre Gomez. Bosingwa. Moutinho. Dani. Support from Bosingwa. Decides not to use him. This is Moutinho. Pepe. Ronaldo. And free kick's gone against Ronaldo, who looks as if he was the man on the end of the challenge from Roncaglia. Sure what Ronaldo does wrong there. I think he can feel aggrieved that the free kick went against him. Here's Messi. Roncaglia racing up in support again, used as a decoy by Messi. Di Michelis. Messi. Bilia. Pastore for Di Maria. Slow build up this from Argentina, now they look to quicken it. Pastore edged out here by Thiago Gomez. And the late developer into the senior international picture at 28, Thiago Gomez of Braga. Getting his opportunity because 3 left-backs are missing from the Portuguese squad at the moment. Fabio Contrao, Vitorino Antunes and Eliseu all injured. Here's Higuain. Just out of his reach. Close run thing though for Gonzalo Higuain. Pepe running out of pitch.
Dragon and Tiger Chess.
Well, I think there's a problem with the ball here. I think they want another one, and it's quickly delivered. Otamendi. Pastore gets away from Andre Gomez. Higuain. Little flick didn't work for Ansaldi. Away comes Bosingwa. Nani. Di Michelis in charge. It's quite a heavy back pass there. And then it's out of play via Otamendi. It was a nervy moment for a goalkeeper winning only his second senior cap for Tata Martino, and who's replaced Alex Sabella since the World Cup. And the feet of Guzman just about worked there for Argentina. Now he almost had work to do before he could reach him. Otamendi was in the way to corner to Portugal. Nani will get across to take this. Pepe has made his way forward, so too Bruno Alves. Ronaldo trying to escape the attentions of Di Michelis in the penalty area. Header was won initially by Bruno Alves. Thiago Gomez, Alves shapes a good-looking ball in, and Guzman takes all the pressure off his defence with a good take. Not the best of clearances, though. Plays his club football in Mexico, Nahuel Guzman, replacing the normal first-choice goalkeeper, Sergio Romero. Bosingwa. Moutinho. Oh, nicely judged there by Danny. This is Thiago Gomez trying to shake off Messi. It's furthest forward we've seen Thiago Gomez so far. Throw for Portugal. Here's Nani. Doesn't want to lose possession there, and he very nearly did. Bosingwa. This is Thiago. Ronaldo's free. Running at Ansaldi. Now Moutinho. It was awkward. Well, he made it more awkward than perhaps it should have been, Nicolas Otamendi. And Portugal have their latest corner. It was an awkward little push of the right leg, wasn't it, from Otamendi. Nani with the corner. Here's Pepe. Oh, and Ronaldo has caught Bilia there. It was just accidental. Immediately offering his apology here, Cristiano Ronaldo. But he definitely caught Lucas Bilia. Just his eyes on the ball there. He didn't see where Bilia was, but that was painful. See the reaction straight away from Ronaldo here. Certainly not the wind out of the Lazio midfielder, Lucas Bilia. In terms of the chances so far in this game, Argentina have had the better. Plenty of interested onlookers for a game as prestigious, as glamorous as this, and the familiar figure of Marouane Fellaini of Manchester United these days. Former Manchester United player hoping to play some part this evening. Carlos Tevez. Had a little bit of a spell out. So at the moment, Argentina down to 10. Biglia receives treatment after that contact from Ronaldo, which was completely accidental. Roncaglia. Otamendi. Ansaldi. Di Michelis. Biglia is back on the field again. Pastore. Here's Messi. Going to find out very shortly from the fourth official Lee Probert how much stoppage time will be as Beto makes a comfortable take. Not a couple of lengthy stoppages, injuries to Biglia and Di Maria. So I would think there'll be at least 3 extra minutes added on, maybe a little more. Bosingwa. Mascherano looking to stay with him. No nonsense from Otamendi. Well, only 1 minute. A little surprised at that, given we've had 2 lengthy stoppages for injury. Here's Messi. Mascherano for Ansaldi. Looking to take on Bosingwa. Decent run this from Ansaldi. Well, stings the hands, but no more of Beto. Di Michelis. Mascherano. Well, Martin Atkinson blows for half-time. Javier Mascherano has taken over the captain's armband in place of Messi. Be a disappointment for the crowd that they only saw 45 minutes of the world's top 2 players. The argument continues to rage on as to who is the better of the two. I suppose in many ways it's a futile argument. History will judge Messi and Ronaldo, trophies won and overall influence on the game. And Ronaldo was on record as saying that he hoped to make his peace with Messi personally tonight after comments in a recent book about Leo Messi. Ronaldo had an unrepeatable nickname for Leo Messi, which he has denied vehemently. And maybe at kick-off time tonight Ronaldo made his peace with Messi. Anyway, neither of them out there now, which is a shame, but understandable. Both will be required by their clubs, Real Madrid and Barcelona, in La Liga this coming weekend. Here's Thiago Gomez, whose senior debut continues at left back. First involvement for Gaitan. He's got a free kick out of Nani. Di Maria will get over the Argentina free kick. Di Michelis and Otamendi have joined Higuain. Too close to Beto. Poor touch by Quaresma. Here's Font, part of a very good Southampton defence in the English Premier League this season. They have the best defensive record in all 4 divisions in England. Throw here for Bosingwa. Gets it back off Moutinho. It's João Moutinho again. Eder trying to get in there. And a free kick has been signalled by Darren England, the assistant on the far side, against Eder. Quaresma. It's Moutinho. Another throw for Portugal. Quaresma.
Fish Riches.
Another throw here for Ansaldi. Rafa Benitez, another familiar face, the Napoli head coach. There's been some speculation that he might want to come back to England and maybe a second spell at Liverpool, but only speculation at the moment. Into space here for Di Maria. They're stretched here, Portugal. Higuaín's offside. Flag's already up. Mike Malarkey had that flag raised very quickly. And they had a 2-on-1 here. Just didn't hold his run, Higuaín. It's a correct decision from Mike Malarkey, the assistant. But really, looking along the line, he'll be disappointed in himself there, Higuaín. Thiago Gomez looks like he's pulled a hamstring here. Disappointment for Fernando Santos, who gave Gomez his senior debut tonight. I mentioned earlier in commentary, he's without 3 left backs. That's why Gomez has come out of the shadows to win that first cap. But his evening is about to be shortened. The likely replacement would be Rafael Guerreiro, who only made his debut in the European Championship qualifying win against Armenia last Friday. And here is Guerreiro. All reports said that it was a very encouraging first appearance in the senior national team, just 20 years old. And a straight swap here at left back. Now, they don't want to get a problem for Guerreiro. I know there isn't an international for a while, but to be without 5 left backs is stretching matters into rather uncomfortable territory. And it gives these young players an opportunity. Rafael on for his second cap. Plays in France with Lorient. Guerreiro. Eder chasing a rather loose pass from Pastore. This is going to be a test for Guzman.
Substituição na seleção portuguesa, saiu o número 24, Tiago Gomes. Entrou o número 3.
Nice touch from Gaetan. Here's Higuaín. Looks for Di Maria, but easily cut out by Beto. Nani is the latest to be struggling with an injury, just holding the Achilles area there. Showing the damage to Martin Atkinson, the referee. Well, he wants everybody to have a look. Nani. Just maybe caught slightly there, but nothing to exercise the referee in any shape or form. We can sense some of the atmosphere has gone out of Old Trafford since Ronaldo and Messi have not reappeared for the second half, but nevertheless we could still have a very good second half here. There's no important points to be gained. It's not the World Cup, but nevertheless neither side will want to go away with a defeat. Rest assured on that. In by Bosingwa, dealt with by Mascherano and Saldi. Eder used his physical strength but overdid it in the eyes of referee Atkinson. Here's Bilia. Roncaglia. Gaitan. Mascherano steps away from Quaresma. Overload on the right-hand side briefly, but Mascherano's pass was a poor one. A wonderful World Cup he had. A lot of talk was about Messi and that run for Argentina to the final, but Mascherano produced some heroic performances in midfield, not least in the semi-final. Here's Andre Gomez, and a quiet game so far. Seen a bit of Andre Gomez playing for Valencia in La Liga this season, and I always think he's better playing higher up the pitch. He's an all-round box-to-box.
$500 20,000 निकालना हो यह बंदा बड़े दिनों बाद लब्बा होए बाबा जी की
Overdone, I think, by Bilia. Wasn't too far out of the reach of Di Maria, though. Here's Guerrero for Thiago. Higuain claiming the throw and getting it. On either side at the moment, much of a goal threat. Here's Pastore. Di Maria. Try and force himself a corner here. Mr. Nani. Had a brilliant start to his Manchester United career, Di Maria, but just ebbed away a little bit. But new culture, new league. It was remarkable that he started so well. And of course, we know of his talent. Could prove to be a really excellent acquisition for Manchester United. There's Di Michelis of Manchester City. Bilia. Mascherano didn't want that pass. Portugal opportunity to move forward, denied by the referee's whistle. It was a foul by Thiago. And the yellow card for the Atletico Madrid midfielder. Thiago, another returning to the international picture after a long layoff, 4 years. Another who fell out with the previous coach, Paulo Bento. Higuain. Just a little nudge there on Bruno Alves. Higuain just saying this was a good old-fashioned shoulder charge, but more often than not you'll have a free kick given against you for that. Plays these days in Italy with Napoli. His manager watching on. sure there'll be an opportunity for Tevez to light up this glamorous international friendly, which is in need of some goalmouth action at the moment, has to be said. And some too many stoppages for comfort, for niggly little fouls. Gaitan trying to find a way past Bosingwa. Here's Font. Moutinho. Eder. Nani could open this out here for Guerrero. He does so. Just under hit the pass, so allowed Roncaglia to niggle back. Di Maria. Has he got the pace to get beyond Andre Gomez, who's got more power and covered well. Bosingwa just up nicely for Quaresma. Still Ricardo Quaresma. Moutinho. Thiago. Guerrero. Back out with Thiago. Given away rather cheaply. Here's Bilia. Di Maria. Chance to run at that Portuguese defence. Want to cut in onto his left foot here. Still Di Maria. Heavy touch though. But Argentina with Mascherano. Gaitan. Not much movement ahead of him, so he has to go back here with Otamendi. Di Michelis. Nicolas Otamendi. Pastore. Gaitan. Decent run this. Making inroads into that Portugal defence. Nicolas Gaitan. Here's Ansaldi. Di Maria! And that's lifted the atmosphere at Old Trafford. A shot on goal. Ansaldi with the setup here for Di Maria. Struck it well. Beto in the Portugal goal, always dealing with it. And a change here now for Argentina. Got a couple of changes. And here's Higuain coming off.
Sale número 7, Ángel Di María, y entra el número 18, Eric Lamela. Y el segundo cambio,
Carlos Tevez.
9, Higuain, y entra 23,
Eric Lamela getting his chance, the Tottenham Hotspur midfielder. And confirmation that Di Maria was the man to make way for Lamela. It's a little heavy that from Otamendi, just forced Guzman to scuttle a little bit to keep it in. Both coaches have now made 3 substitutions. They are allowed a maximum of 6. Sorry, Portugal have made 4 now. Of course, they had that injury in the second half to Thiago Gomez. Roncaglia. Otamendi. Nice ball from Pastore. Here's Tevez. Gaitan. Bilia. Free kick against Quaresma. just caught the toe end there of Otamendi. Ricardo Quaresma. As for Porto. And,